Hello everybody, I'm Battlescar1313 and this is my Strange to the Paradise AI guide, and I hope that it helps. For the first thing I'm going to list is the different jobs that you can equip. Each AI has 5 jobs that you can share equipment with Jack and the AI, but keep in mind that when you're using Pugless it has an attack type strike and a bonus to agility. Uh, it also has explosive fist. So on your gear, MP cost explosive fist, damage dealt explosive fist. Put that on, and your character will perform better. Uh, the next thing you want to work on is your job affinity. I don't expect you to have in-game gear, so I'd point you into having Liberator 400% as your first goal. This will allow your AIs to heal all party members with potions. If you're managing to be able to do that with ease, try and get Sage up to 400% because that will allow the potions to heal all HP and MP. Well, not 100%, but it'll heal HP and MP. So you've seen that I have Explosive Fist, MP cost, and damage way up. So with Berserker on Ash, you do the same thing. You go and see what effect it has. It has Berserk. So with your gear, go in there and boost up everything you have with Berserker on your first 2 slots. I'd go with Strength, near damage dealt if you can get the last resort effect of the Dark Knight. But other than that, it was a really clear case of if Jack used it and got it good, pass it down to your AIs. And Renaissance is like Lightbringer, but Lightbringer don't help with the characters, so don't equip that. With the Ash Tyrant build, he has the access to enchant, and I was able to boost enchant up pretty good. But considering the Liberator and the Monk, I didn't show them because I didn't think they were as good as the ones that I'm showing. Liberator and Monk can be good, but we're going straight to the Tyrant, which is his most advanced job class. Damage reduction, if you go there, caps out at 100%, so there's no need for a character to have more than 100% damage reduction. And at that, you're defending against 50% of the damage. So here's Ash and Sophia fighting a hidden gimmick boss in the game. I'm just casting Hasten Regen.
It's up to you, Sophie. You will die here, and I will live forever in this endless cycle, a prison of my own making. Break it. Shine your light upon eternity. Cleanse the stain of chaos, or be snuffed out. Fate.
Watch it carefully. This doesn't bode well.
Better tread carefully. You got some shine. You might do. I expect better.
The next character that you get starts off as a duelist, and it's Jed. Well, you get Ash and Jed around the same time. But again, with the different jobs, you can equip Duelist, Thief, Samurai, Ninja, and Assassin. And like always, we're going to go over 3 jobs per AI companion. So with the affinities, it would stay the same with Liberator and Sage. But keep in mind all the abilities that those jobs do use, like Ninjutsu, because when you're equipping your gear, you're going to try and make stuff like Weak Spot, cost less MP, and deal more damage. With strength-based attacks, you use strength. Near-death damage dealt works wonders. Uh, And yeah, the AIs aren't completely necessary to build 100% because they're not going to take down bosses for you. It's a fact. Is unless you're very done and when you can one shot the boss with Jack, probably your AIs, they can just take hits from the boss, and they're good at taking the boss's attention so that you can get clear from any attacks. Yeah, the damage reduction would cap out 100%, and that's usually saying you take 50% of damage. So there used to be a way where you could have Mac 8 HP, damage taken minus 100%, and your characters were basically immortal, but they patched that. So with Assassinate, we are able to deal more damage, and again, I got the MP cost of it way down. Dagger combo ability, if a character is using a certain weapon, they usually have two weapons each. Ash has the axe and the fist. Jed has the daggers and katana sword. Sophia has the dragoon lance and the I think mace. And Neon has grand swords and sword and shield. But just showing that I've been dedicating my time to making a good video for Strangers to Paradise, the AI build. And now that we're here, we're going to see a video of me taking down the boss with Jed, and I think I use Neon, which is going to be pretty interesting.
You will die here, and I will live forever in this endless cycle, a prison of my own making.
Break it. Shine your light upon eternity and cleanse the stain of chaos. Or be snuffed out. Still too faint. I'm ready. You got some shot.
Might be in big trouble. Just getting worried.
Desperate. I expect better.
You might do.
Grim.
Despair. Infinity won't dictate these terms to anyone.
I'm ready. Take it from here, Neon. No! Feel the pain!
Now we have Neon, which is one of the better party members, but we're starting off with Knight, even though Knight is not the first job that she can equip. That goes with Sword Fighter. I didn't really go over Sword Fighter or Paladin in this video, but I did go over Knight, Red Mage, and Void Knight, which we'll start with the Knight. Has Blessing of Light, and you can increase the duration in the MP cost. You can lower that, and then the damage dealt, Blessing of Light. It's a pretty good ability. It's not really Neon's best, but if you go down here, you'll be able to see all the stuff that I was putting on her. And you might not be able to get all the job affinities that I had and stuff. And the way the game ends, where if you stack job affinities, it gives you more stat bonuses. it goes back to saying you don't need to have every job affinity for every character. The red mage is very important. I say this because it's Neon's probably best offensive damage dealing job. I had a lot of fun with Neon and Red Mage. Yeah, I mentioned that she can equip the Sword and Shield or the Grand Sword. Again, you'd want to work on Liberator and Sage. That would help a lot. And getting the charge time reduction and damage dealt on Chain Spell as good as possible. With the Void Knight, we're using Imperial Gear and Excalibur. It has Runic, so keep in mind you're going to have to try and make Runic as best as possible with the lowering of MP cost, effect, and maybe buff duration. I'm not really too sure. But MP cost Grand Sword combo ability. Well, if you get an ability like that, put it on a weapon and it will generally do good. And it's when you press R1 and then R2. I don't know. When you press the action attack button and then you press the command menu button,
Take it from here, Neon.
you would do
You
command
will die
abilities.
here, and
No, maybe not command
I will
abilities,
live
but
forever.
you
in
do a
this
job
endless
ability.
Cycle, a prison of my own making.
Break it. Shine your light.
But here's them fighting the boss. This is Sophia and Neon. It was one of the quickest attempts.
You've got some shine.
Allow me.
You might. Trained warriors of light ourselves.
That Garland fight. The meteor spam. So that came from Sophia. So Sophia is one of the best ability casters in the game because she gets Mage, Black Mage, and Sage, which can equip the hammer and the shield, and the Dragoon and the Breaker, which can equip spears. So in this video, we're going to go over the Black Mage first, and you get a bonus stat to Intellect, which is very, very good. Again, just put Magic and Black Magic. I'm not sure if damage dealt Magic is the same because Mage uses a command called Magic and Black Mage uses a command called Black Magic. So keep that in mind. Get the charge time reduction on Magic down and the damage you can deal is impressive. With Breaker, she gets Zanazukin, and if you haven't been using that, you've been playing hard mode on Chaos difficulty. But yeah, she can equip the Dragoon and the Mage, but I just went over the Black Mage, the Breaker, and the Sage in this video, putting their special ability with the most damage you can do, most charge time reduction, and lowest MP cost. Those are the things that I went for, and Liberator and Sage, of course, 400% helps me stay on top of my HP and MP. So the Sage will work just like the Black Mage, except it has a White Mage set, and it also has Ultima. So Black Magic Sophia can always use Meteor more quickly, and Sage takes a lot more of a build up, but the Ultima effect, when it goes off, you can actually tell. So that was my videos on Stranger's Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. If you like it, leave a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you. and subscribe for future content. And have a good day. Oh, by the way, here's the stat growth that I had for Sophia. And you can always optimize. This is not the best build, but it was a pretty good one.